Hello and welcome to today's art journal page. So in today's video we're going to be creating this. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Amanda and I love everything to do with mixed media and creating in my journal, painting, sculpture, fabric. You can see some fabric pieces behind me. So I hope you enjoy your adventure here on my channel. And if you're a regular, welcome back. And what I thought I would do beforehand is show you how I would lead up to this page, and then we'll go on and complete this. Essentially, it's about having pages in your journal that you prepare ahead of time. So you may add, collage paper. So on there I've got some collage paper. This one has got nothing on it, and the pages, it's a recycled journal. It's made from, just recycled paper, and then I've just added some of my elements that I produce. I've got them on my Etsy store, just some figures and faces. And yeah, so what I do is I go through and prep the pages. See, this one is waiting for me to come and complete it. Let me see if there's another one in here. Yep, there's another one there, and sort of like something like that. So what we can do is work on this page, and all this is some, again, this is brown paper, and then I've added some paint here, and this was a stamp that I'd done on the paper, and then we'll move on to the next stage until I'll share with you how we do that. Yeah, it's a very relaxing activity. There's lots of doodling going on, adding paint, changing my mind, and then, yeah, just feeling happy with the finished results. So let's get started, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here's the page. As I said, we've got some brown paper that I've painted. I've got some washi tape there, and just at the edge here. And yeah, we're going to add a little bit more paint here, and then we're going to also be adding some black ink. So what I like doing is, if I've got a page like this that I'm going to work on, I will add paint to it, or collage paper, it depends. Because this has already got something on it, I'm just going to leave that as is. And the other step that I would do, which I will show you, which is a useful technique to using up the excess paint that you have, and as I say, I'm just going to throw, oops, that one has separated, so let's get a different colour. You don't need to put too many colours on, it's just, okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So again, the paint that was on there already was paint that was excess from another page, and I'll probably be doing the same with this, either in this journal, yeah, maybe, yeah, we'll do it on that page, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I take my card, it's just a card that you can get, and I'm scraping, oh, I like that blue, I'm just scraping down the page. Again, I do have excess, so then I go to this page and I just apply some of the paint. Yeah, so you've always, it's like you've always got something to come back to with colours that you like, that you've been using in other projects. And it's a great way to make sure you don't waste any paint, or it's not drying up. Like, this is what happened to me recently, because I'd left it for a moment. But yeah, so we just want a nice covering of the paint, and any excess is going over here. When you're using the paint, because this has got texture on the page or on other pages, it's not quite flat, but if it was, it would dry fairly quickly. So whilst that is drying, I'll just go through some of the supplies that I used on this page. Just leave that over here. So some of the supplies I used are just, you know, like your fairly inexpensive craft paints, and I've got some of my favourite colours. I've had them for a while and I'm trying to get through them, but it's just like, it doesn't matter how many projects I do in my journal, they seem to be like, some of these are quite full. I guess these are colours that I rarely use. I still like them, but I rarely use them. And we're going to have to change that. And then some of the ones that are more emptier are the kind of blues, the pinks, and because they've got thicker, I've added a bit of water on them. So they're the paints. So just use what you have. As I say, I'm trying to get through all these craft paints. I've seen some others that I'd like to buy, but it's just like, use up what you have first. And that means lots of fun in my journal. And then I've got a variety of mark making pens, these Posca pens in white, black. I've got some, these are tinge in different colours. My Jelly Roll, a thicker Posca pen. So I've got some black ink that I use. As I say, I was using this on another project, had some excess, and so that's where it came on the page. But you know, you can, if you decide you want to do a project like this. And then I've got this is a stencil brush. I've got a variety of them that I used to use when I used to do stenciling on walls as decoration, and now I just use them in my art journal. And they come in a variety of different sizes. Yeah, and they're really nice, flat edge, so that's nice for stenciling, for not only dabbing but also just kind of, you know, rubbing lightly. You get some nice effects. So they're the supplies that I've used on the page. And so what we're going to do now is just get we'll just do the ink section, and then we'll get back into the page so you can see how it was created. So here's the page. It's practically dry. It's the right way. So what I'll be doing now for this page, for me, is that I can then go on and add to this page. Yeah. So I'm just going to get a little bit of the ink out, and it does sometimes get stopped up, so I'm going to use my brush. It's lightly wet, slightly wet. Okay, so I'm just dabbing it in, and then you just mark make. So I just do lines and circles on the page. Do your favorite shapes, but having these broad marks means that you can journal in there, or you can add additional markings. And then also having the paint underneath, you can see some of the layers of the paint, and underneath as well. And that's how you then just use up what you've got. And I can take this, and the page that so this is the page that I added this light paint that was the excess paint. So again, I can just add the rest of what's on my brush. There, see? And I'll maybe do a circle there. So we want them both to dry. But that's it. So that's how the page started out. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go from the beginning of this page and you'll see how it develops. So I hope you enjoy.